Have you seen the movie Robot, Rajnikant's movie? In that movie, the robot, which is like machine computer, has got emotions because of some incident where the robot was not having that emotion. He took some lady out of the home without a cloth when the home was burning. So after that, Rajnikant, who's hero, he wanted to teach emotions on that. Now in the age of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and all sort of new things, robotics. I mean, it's really possible now. Just think about this. How do you get angry? You, as a human, get angry because of how we are wired, how we are learn something. Let's say, talking about some sticky topic, say beef. So if somebody asks me, "Do you eat beef? Do you like beef?" I hope you like the beef, right? And I'll get angry. Why do I get angry? And if some my Muslim friend he asks to someone like that, he will not get angry. He might laugh, or he might, yeah, I like it, like that, right? So, and biological, there is no difference. I mean, whoever is born, it's just a biological body, which gets wear and tear. So what I believe is, like, it is possible. It was tuned to me. My father, and family people and others, my Hindu religion and all those people, they fed me that data. Okay, that you are a Hindu, you are a Brahmin, you cannot eat beef. Okay, eating beef is not good for you. Those kind of things. It is the data is fed, and because somebody gave the input that we want to eat beef, so that's the algorithm is written in my mind, that okay, so if somebody talks about if about opposite of my religion, which I don't like, I will get angry, right? Similar thing, there are so many Modi fans. If you talk something about Modi, he'll get angry because he thinks, how he thinks, because there's a data to that. My son, if my son, he's 6 years old, if somebody asks him about beef or about Modi, he will not have any reaction. It might be very natural. He will not get angry or anything, because he doesn't know what is beef. He has never heard of that. And in fact, Modi, he doesn't know who is Modi and all, right? So that's the data, how it is fed. So it is quite possible in future that, and in fact, the repairing of machine is quite easy compared to human. We do not know actually. No, doctors are trying their best, but it's still not. It's still very difficult to repair the human body. The computer and robots are quite easy. Software you can upgrade, hardware you can change. It's quite easy to do that, because we did that ground up. We created that thing starting from a nut bolt to everything, software, hardware, chips, VLSI, ASIC, whatever. We did that everything, right? So yeah, it is possible. It's quite possible. We have, Elon Musk is trying to build a colony on Mars. All those things are actually possible. The Hyperloop concept, and that's a great vision those people had. And that's our Ramayana had this Pushpak Viman concept. Now we have the Pushpak, and it's like, so Pushpak kind of thing. It's not that silent probably, and may not be that safe, but we have aeroplanes, and very very high speed aeroplanes are also available. This so a day will come, maybe 10 years, 20 years, I don't know the timeline, but a day will come when machines will be more efficient than human. Let's take another example. When I was a kid, used to stay in hostel. I used to clean my clothes by my hand. You have to put the washing powder in a bucket, keep the clothes for some time, then you have to clean that. It used to take a lot of time. Now what we do, we have washing machine. We just put it there, and in the washing machine, and it all cleans. Right. Similarly, so many other things like earlier, it was difficult. So many aspects. No, no. If you want to cook the food, or when you put the food all the ingredients, it will make it automatically. So no need to do anything there. It's very easy. Uh, so having said that, so but still, I was thinking about this software testing thing. The time will come when this manual software testing may not be really required. So like how do we do that right now? Open some say you want to search some, you want to test some app from Google or Microsoft. You open that app from mobile, from browser, or from some other third party application or whatever. So you do that thing manually. Okay, you want to do some operations, and expect the result, and somebody sees that manually. There are biases. The human might get some error, but machines generally they don't. If they are not functioning properly, they will throw some other error, or some will tell something, but it will not. So it will not miss out something. Yeah, and if you log all the things properly, you have you know so it's quite possible. Like it's like same thing, manual and washing machine. So you will have the all AI enabled testing bots, and uh, so that will replace definitely some human. But the thing is, still I clean my own clothes, right? I clean my clothes. The washing machine doesn't clean it. If I have washing machine, it doesn't know which cloth to clean, right? And somebody has to put the cloths into that, put some washing powder, and then you need to somebody has to automate that. So the even if the time is less now, manual time, and also the energy is less required, but still somebody is required. In fact, now what might happen is one person can run 10 washing machine, and provided there is a big family and he knows bottle cloth has to be taken, put into the washing machine, and he can run all the washing machine in parallel, right? So that thing will happen, and eventually this is the transformation time. When I had started testing, some around 12 years, almost 12 years before, we were not thinking this way, that it will be ever possible that somebody will replace some bot will replace humans. But that's the reality, and we need to transform. We need to, if somebody doesn't is want to still clean the clothes by hand, and doesn't want to learn how to operate in a washing machine, it's difficult to survive. It's difficult to survive. One has to learn. There is no rocket science. Operating a washing machine is easier than cleaning manually. It's if you know what all things has to be done, and properly it's written, or known with experience, it's quite easy. It's not very difficult. You know what all things has to be done. Yes, this intelligence, that what all things has to be tested, what operations has to be performed with different way. I mean, steps, step 1, step 2, step 3. What happens if I don't do step 2, if I do directly? So that combination, that exploration of that macro, generally computers it will be difficult for computer to think about that. So though maybe it can learn as well, that also it can learn by seeing the what is the requirement. Say requirement document is there written in English, and it is possible that whatever you are thinking, how do you think? I mean, at the end of the day, how do you think? As a software tester, how do you think? We see a requirement, okay, we should be able to create a lead, for example, in a sales pipeline of CRM software. You should be able to create a lead, right? So that lead should have so many attributes and other things. Something will be mandatory, some will not be mandatory, and all those aspects. A bot or a computer can read that document, word document, parse it, and there will be a dictionary supplied which will have, okay, which is noun, which is verb, and other things, and natural language processing, machine learning, other things. So it's quite possible that uh, you know computer can generate the test cases, create lead with all mandatory fields, non-mandatory fields, no, give some mandatory field, don't give some mandatory fields, like that. it can write the test case, and suppose it has to be tested in multiple languages, it has to be tested in accessibility, has to be tested. All those aspects can be thought through by the computer. How you think, if you feed that algorithm to the computer, he will do the same thing, and no mistakes, right? Here you can miss. Once you feed that, and once you feed that algorithm there in the system, okay, once you have noun, and this has to be created. And interestingly, what I'm just thinking, that it's not about just the software testing. If it on a higher level, it can be on development also. There's possibility that and in fact we have some websites like wix.com or some other websites who with which you can create a website without writing a single code. Whatever code has to be written, it does that automatically. All the drag and drop UI framework, which earlier people used to write the HTML code for the browser, HTML CSS code. Now it's all graphical user interface. You can drag and drop, and you can resize it. CSS will automatically change in background, and you have the color combinations, everything. That can be similarly. The coding also has become so much easy. There is a transformation phase. The software, the IT industry is in complete transformation right now. You think about the consultants and the people who used to do the system integrator. There's like some concept I remember. I used to say like, oh, what does system integrators, like some companies, Infosys, TCS, and other some companies, what do, other than they might be doing some product as well, but generally they do is they fit and finish. So like companies like Oracle and Microsoft, they create house grills. The get you have that grill. And they manufacture that, and give the size, it will manufacture that. But the size, taking the size, what size it should be, and what color it should be having, all those things are done by these people. They do the fit and finish of per organization basis, though they go there and do that. Similarly, the consultant's job, we used to go there, and on-premise software they used to install, configure, and make it workable for that particular organization. Now all those things are because of this cloud computing and software as a service, it's all becoming very easy. Like so nowadays, every so you just remember that earlier, to configure an email, you used to have an admin, Exchange admin, or Novel Group-wise admin, Lotus, IBM Lotus admin, who used to install, configure, and make it workable for your organization. Now, if you want to have email for your organization with something like ashishkumarjha.com, which okay, by the way, I have ashishkumarjha.com website. So, if you wanted to have email with that any domain, you can do that in probably few minutes. I mean, it will not take days also. You can have 100 people onboarded on day one. You just give them the laptop. Some mobile also are having this. Nowadays all the apps are there in mobile as well. So you want to access, say, Facebook was there earlier, Facebook, so it's there in app as well. All those applications are in app as well in mobile. So though it is difficult to work full day in mobile, so I believe still laptops will go for a long time before some other technology like holograms and other things. HoloLens is from Microsoft, like some in air you will do something, and you can work like that. So those things might be future, but right now that's not real. Laptop will go for quite some time. Desktop is replaced. Probably people don't use desktop that much now. And most of the startup company and all, they use a laptop. So you hire 10 people and start a company, and in day one you can start your business application, what you want to really develop, or you want to make some manufacturing, other whatever. So what I mean to say is, it's very easy to start. Those Exchange admin and other things are really not required. You go to you want to take a trial, you can take a Microsoft email trial right now. It's so damn easy, and you can create a free trial as well, and you can start using that as an email for you. So those things, there is a transformation, okay, and we all have to adjust with that. Whoever will not be able to fit there, will think still with legacy terms. It will be difficult for them to be here. I don't know how things will shape up. Will there be a massive kind of, when people will not be required, that kind of thing. I don't expect there's that much disruption in that way. I said no, that somebody has to operate the washing machine, right? So even if washing machine will not work, he will not know which cloth, if there is some dark colored cloth, you cannot put that along with the light colored, or maybe which washing powder has to be used. There might be different things. You can't put sweaters or things with the normal washing powder. You need a specialized powder for that. So that combination, those mechanism, some sort of things which will manage the things, manage the world also, will still be required. Though the numbers will not be that much, numbers will reduce for sure. Yep. So yeah, good. Thanks for watching. Thank you.